Looking for the perfect day trip from Catania? Join me as we explore the breathtaking city of Syracusa. Just an hour away, this gem is packed with ancient history, stunning archaeological features, and coastal charm. From the incredible Greek theater to the magical streets of Ortigia, we'll enjoy the best of Syracusa in just one day. Get ready for an unforgettable adventure.
Good morning. I am just leaving. I left the Yard Hostel. I'm staying there one more night. I decided to stay in Catania 3 nights as it is, I think, one of the most perfect bases if you're trying to see things like Taormina, Syracusa, and Mount Etna. I'm not going to climb Mount Etna this trip, I don't think, but it's definitely something you can do. I would prefer to see it if it was like having some more activity, but right now I want to see the cute towns of Sicily. Honestly, yesterday in Taormina was amazing, and that's why I decided to go to Syracusa for the day. It's an easy 1-hour train ride, or you can take the bus as well, like Interbus like I did yesterday, but I want to try the train to see what that is like. And it picks up from the same central station where the bus is, near where the bus brought me to Taormina yesterday. So we shall see what Syracusa, which used to be the ancient capital of the Roman Empire a long time ago. So even Roman emperors had residences there. I'm really excited to share with you this. And yeah, just see what it's like. There's an island called Ortigia, and I'm very excited to see that, because that's very historic, and I believe it's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But we'll see more when we get there. Now the fun part, trying to cross this street. There's honestly like no crosswalk. I don't even know. Okay. So we made it. That was definitely crazy. I don't even know. Things here are definitely very haphazard, but let's go inside and buy a ticket to get to Syracusa.
The good thing is you actually don't need to know any Italian to buy a ticket. You can buy them from these machines here.
Guys, so just made the train, literally bought the ticket, and as soon as I bought the ticket, the lady was like, oh, it's at 10:50, not 10:58 like I thought. So now made it. Now we'll get to Syracusa at 12:15 and have some time to explore. But the ticket costs €8 and like 40 cents, which is perfect. And now I get to see what Trenitalia is like.
The train ride from Catania to Syracusa is about 1 hour and costs from €6 to €10 for a one-way ticket. The train drops you off a little bit outside of the historical center.
Alright guys, so just got off the train in Syracusa and now heading to Ortigia Island, and that is basically the most historic old center of Syracusa. Syracusa's been here for 2,700 years. I'm really excited. It's about a 21-minute walk away from the train station, but it was really easy to get here. Trenitalia takes you from Catania Central Station to Syracusa in about like an hour and 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and there's train times all the time. Like you just can check on Rome to Rio. That's what I use to figure out the train schedule. And then I just bought it at the station. Now I'm just walking about 20 minutes to get to the old town area of Syracusa, which is Ortigia Island, and it's some of the best Greek and Roman remains that you can find there, as well as one of Italy and Sicily's most important archaeological sites. And yeah, I'm just really excited to explore another town of Sicily. Definitely doable in a day, I was told by a local in Catania. And yeah, just wanted to come here and get a taste of it. But for now, let's continue to walk. A bit of a gray day today compared to the beautiful sunny day I had in Taormina yesterday. But we are arriving into Ortigia. We're crossing the bridge. And as soon as you arrive, you're gonna see a statue of this famous guy. He was one of the most famous Greek people. He was Archimedes. He was born here in Syracusa, which was called Magna Graecia, which was the capital of also the Greek Empire at one point, the Roman Empire. This place was super important. It was even larger than Athens. It's nuts to think that at certain points in time places like this, which is still a beautiful place, was such an important role in some of the biggest empires that we have heard about in history. But yes, this is Archimedes. He was a famous engineer and mathematician of the Greek Empire. And yeah, I think it's definitely cool that he was born here. So let's go explore his house. I mean his home. But yeah, as you walk in, you see a lot of boats, and I see that they do boat tours. We're still in the shoulder season. It is still a little bit cool out and whatnot, but I think it's kind of nice because there's still less people here while we explore. Welcome to Ortigia Island. We are already seeing archaeological remains. I love this. This is the oldest Doric temple in ancient Western Greece, and it's from the beginning of the 6th century. I definitely think it's definitely interesting how they can tell over the thousands, like centuries that it's been here, it has undergone different things. It's been a Byzantine church, it's been an Arab mosque, and it's also been a Norman basilica. Definitely a unique thing about how every time like there's like a temple, then it can be transformed into a church, that they build on top of it. They don't let it kind of like be, which I find pretty interesting. But for now, let's head on and explore whatever comes next, because I'm just going with the flow. As you explore Italy, you'll see that you can literally just wander the streets and find history around every corner, and also beautiful streets everywhere you go. So yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll go check out the market over here.
If there's one thing that surprised me, was the huge market here. The historical market and food market are awesome.
Welcome to the ancient market of Ortigia, where you can get a lot of things like cheese, you can get olives, fruit, and basically like fish, everything. And there's also restaurants in between all these places where you can buy things. So I'm just waiting in line here. This place looked really popular, so I decided to stop on by. But you can get takeaway or order here, but you grab a number, then you order, and it's definitely really reasonably priced. 7 euros, 8 euros, and I guess it's like I looked online and the food looks really good. I see everybody looking super happy, so I decided I'll get a lunch to go.
If you're looking for experience, then come to Cafe Bodera. You are not going to want to miss this.
Oh my god, you just gave us this to try. I don't even know what this is, but it's so good. Is it burrata?
We work at 600-700 liter of milk.
What?
600-700 liter of cow milk.
Of cow.
And we make the mozzarella, young buffalo milk, cow milk. We are cheesemaker. All typology of cheese you can watch, we make.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. It's recording.
Okay, recording. We welcome into the jungle of cheese. This is the cheesemaker Borderi in Sicily. Salutiamo.
Ciao.
Oh, and we preparing amazing the chef sandwich. Into the night we preparing cheese. This is mozzarella, provolone, a different typology, young pecorino, and
I'm Sarah.
the mozzarella. Wow, it's amazing. We born 3 generations ago for make cheese, but in 7 years we are famous into the world for amazing sandwich. This is the chef. Now we put the roast beef pepperoni, and now rocket and more love.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Castello means cheese factory, and that's what this started as. But the owner turned it quickly into one of the most famous sandwich making shops in all of Sicily, and maybe even Italy. Borderi was definitely a surprise and a highlight of my time.
More
in
cheese. So much cheese. Oh yeah. They're known for making their cheeses, but they also make killer paninis and sandwiches. I'm very excited. I think I've eaten more mozzarella in the last 2 minutes than I've had in the last few months. And I'm not hating it.
I took my €8 sandwich to go, which was massive, and then started exploring more of Syracusa and the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. I headed to the Cathedral of Syracusa, which was built in the 7th century over a temple of Athena, which was from the 5th century BC. You can still see Doric temple columns in here, which is pretty interesting as well. After exploring the church, I decided to check out the Bishop's Palace, which was right next door.
Okay. Alright, so far I don't know what to expect, but it was like the bibliothèque, but I guess it leads you through what was the Bishop's Palace. Definitely interesting. But it's more so like an art museum than a palace. I was very confused. But here's what it's like. That was a short little addition to the cathedral, but as you can see, we are now heading out through the garden and back into the Piazza Duomo, and then we are off to explore more of Syracusa. I really love this city. It's very, very nice, quiet. Everybody's been quite friendly, and yeah, beautiful. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and this is one of the reasons why this cathedral and this square is definitely beautiful. So we are on an island and now just heading to part of the waterfront. Definitely liking it. Even though it's rainy, it's honestly very beautiful. And this place seems very safe to walk around. Alright all, this is the Fonte Syracusa. It's a freshwater fountain that's put by the ocean actually, which is definitely very interesting and a beautiful little site. The water is super clear actually down there as well.
Next I headed to the Castello Maniace, which was built in the 1200s and served as the palace for many queens of Sicily. If I didn't have time, I also recommend seeing the Neapolis, which is a Greek theater.
Welcome to the Castello Maniace. It's located on the furthest point of the island of Ortigia in Syracusa. It was built between 1232 and 1240 by Emperor Frederick II, and it is definitely an impressive castle, I have to say so. It looks like you can enter into it, so I'm going to see how much it costs. But for now, oh my god, the views are amazing and it's pretty well preserved.
While there was also a museum there, I decided to mainly wander the castle.
I decided to come inside the castle. I don't have enough time to see the necropolis, but that's not really on the island of Ortigia. It would be really, really amazing, but you know, you can't see everything, and I was only coming for the day, so I knew I wasn't gonna make it to everything. But check this out. This looks really cool from the inside. I was wondering at first, I was like, oh, maybe you see it all from the outside, but I think it's pretty special too when you come on inside. Wow, what is this? I have this all to myself. Definitely looks like this is a beast to keep restored. I see a lot of like wooden poles trying to hold it up. And I bet this was a fireplace. I'm not an archaeologist, but it definitely looks like that. Let me know in the comments what you think. But yeah, sometimes you wonder, like, especially when you're traveling full time, all the things that you can see, and you can't see it all, but I definitely think this was worth coming inside for 4 years. Now I think there's a way to climb up and see the top. Let's go. The Gunner's Vinaza. I smell the ocean, and we have the lighthouse right here. And we can go to the tip of Ortigia. This is so cool. I really love places like this that are still not tons of tourists, because you get to really roam and let your imagination wander about what it was like here. It just you can feel the energy that, yeah, this place was pretty badass. And I love that you smell the ocean air. So fresh. My hair is also frizzy, as you can see, probably because of the ocean air, but check this out. So after crawling out of that tunnel over there, we are in the moat. Pretty cool, because now we're on the outside of the inner castle, but still protected by the seawall. Now just climbing up the walls, seeing what we can see from up here. Hopefully this is a good view. Syracusa really is a gem, honestly. I had never really heard about it, and so far everything's been amazing. The Syracuse market, just walking through the beautiful streets here and enjoying the ambiance, and the people have been so lovely and nice. Plus you have amazing, beautiful buildings like this, and yeah, the waterfront, it's just so fresh, and you can see the water is actually really clear and blue. And yeah, I don't know, it's been a wonderful little day trip from Catania. I've been liking to use Catania as a base, and it's a bigger city. There's a lot of trains and buses to each place, and yeah, just very central. Plus, then I don't have to be moving my bags up and down everywhere in Italy on cobblestone streets, which is always a plus. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead, find a bakery maybe, grab a coffee. I already had one coffee. I don't know. I've had a few coffees today. I think I should cut back. But yeah, maybe grab an arancini or something savory. But yes, I love Italy so much. I think it might be one of my favorite countries. So I was just walking around and I ended up finding this really nice cafe, but a bakery, Viola Bakery, and it's super cute. Check this out.
I decided to take it slow and relax after a long day of exploring and get some work done and have a cappuccino and brownie before heading back to Catania via the train.
It's been a great time in Syracuse, but it's off to the train station because I need to make the train at 7:20. I have to wait till 9:45 p.m., which I do not want to do. So let's head off there, get there hopefully soon. Alright guys, so I literally almost missed the train. I was sitting down talking to my mom on the phone, and then somebody was like, oh, are you going to Catania? And I'm like, yeah, and they pointed to this like only one car train that was heading, and it was full of graffiti, so I did not expect it. But yeah, almost to Catania. I'll get there at like 8:44 and then take the bus back to the hostel, have a chill night probably, maybe hang out, eat there, and then see what people do. But otherwise, just another night at the Yard Hostel, which I really actually like as base. They have such a beautiful boutique hostel. The atmosphere is really great, and everybody's really friendly. So yeah, I really, really love Sicily. It's so laid back and fun and beautiful. Yeah, so definitely put this on your travel bucket list.
I was wiped after a long day of exploring, so went back to Catania and fell asleep to have an early morning because I was going to be heading to Palermo next.
Good morning. It's the last morning in Catania. I just wanted to do some little things before heading to Palermo, including go to the top of this rotunda where you can have a good view of Mount Etna. I missed it the other day and I should have just gone. Sometimes I was traveling with somebody else and we wanted to go to Taormina before it was too late. But yes, now is the time and we're gonna go check that out and then see what time the buses are and then head to Palermo. I only have about 4 hours, like a day and a half in Palermo. So it'll be a quick, short time there, but it will definitely be interesting. But by the way, look at these things on the wall. Like the decorations are a little bit scary, but definitely cool.
Of course, the first stop for me is always a cafe when in Italy, and I headed to Insigne Cafe.
Good morning. I'm here and I got to Insigne Bakery and I'm just heading to the church. I got this like ham and cheese. I don't know, not croissant, brioche. Very good. And of course, a latte. Good morning! Finally made it to the Chiesa Badia de Santa Agata, and of course it's closed, but it's opening in like 20 minutes. It's open from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 a.m. and then again from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. So cross fingers, I might have the place all to myself. Who knows? But yeah, I'm also glad, like, you never know when you're traveling what could happen. Like the square for the Piazza Duomo or whatnot, actually, like the central fountain has this elephant, and I actually saw it 2 days ago and it wasn't covered up, and now it's completely covered up because they're doing some restoration work. But yeah, let's just walk around the neighborhood, see what's up.
While I waited, I decided to head through the Piazza Duomo to go to the famous Catania fish market.
Unknowingly, I happened off of the Piazza Duomo to come back here behind that beautiful fountain, by the way, and I smelled fish. It is the fish market, and it's definitely really, really cool looking, actually. And people selling all sorts of, I don't know, well, types of fish. But yeah, didn't expect this to be right in the city center. I thought it was going to be closer to the waterfront, but pretty cool. Let's go check it out. Guys, I'm here at the market, and this is what it's like to walk through market solo. What? It's okay, thanks. But yeah, you walk around and there's literally so much happening in this market. And I like the other side where all the fish is, because there's so many people yelling, and yeah, I think it's really interesting. But they have so many different market stalls. You can buy fish here, you can buy fruit, everything. And then they all seem to be yelling at each other, but I don't think they're yelling at each other, but I think it's pretty lively. I like it. Alright, let's see where way we go now. Oh wow. I don't know what that is. Alright, I think we are in the meat section now.
After taking a lot of sights and smells of the fish market, I headed to Prestipino to wait till the church opened up.
Okay, so while I wait for the dome area to open up so I can see the awesome view, I just came and got this, which is like a donut. An espresso. So good. And where are we? Prestipino. Just had a nice little espresso at Prestipino and a cornetto mignon. And now heading to go to check out the top of that dome. I hope the views are nice. And there's not many people there, but let's go. And then I have to check out my hostel and head to the bus station to go to Palermo. But Catania's been so awesome. Like, it's full of life, and it's not too expensive. Like, that cost me €2.50, and going to the top of the dome here will cost me €5. So let's go. After you pay the guy €5, you can go up the stairs all the way to see the top of the dome. This is definitely, I don't know how many stairs it is, but I'm really hoping we have a clear view of Mount Etna, or at least a partial view. I could see a little more of it from the street, so let's see. Guys, this is so cool. There's more stairs and they get thinner.
After working up a bit of a sweat, it finally reached the top to see one of the best sights that I've seen in Catania, Mount Etna.
Guys, this was definitely worth the views at the top of the cupola here. You can see Mount Etna's right over here, and you see it looming over all of Catania and the region. It's just really amazing. And this only costs €5. Definitely a way to come see Mount Etna, especially if you're not going to do the hike to the top. It is one of Europe's most active volcanoes, and I don't know, this time around I just didn't feel like going to a volcano. I've been to a lot recently, and I might be going to one near Naples. So I decided I was going to explore some of the towns of the area. like Syracusa and also Taormina. But now it's time to go. But this has been such a lovely experience. Catania in Sicily is definitely on my list of favorite places. This is beautiful, and we got an amazing day to view Mount Etna.
As you can see, Catania is a beautiful, safe, and amazing place to visit and base yourself out of to visit places like Taormina and Syracusa. Next up, I head to Palermo. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. And as always, hit the thumbs up if this helped you out, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments.